Hey, what's up? Been a while, huh? So, as you can see, I'm alive and well. I have been busy as all get out, which is a large part of the reason that I haven't made an update. Between work and my new wife, I don't have any free time anywhere. My new wife is absolutely gorgeous, by the way. Here she is. So, as you can see, I've taken up mountain biking, which has done a whole lot of good for me, both mentally and physically. You know, when I first started thinking about it, I live in Texas. How much mountain biking can there be? You know, turns out that there's a lot of really good trails around the DFW area, and some that are within, you know, an hour or so drive. So it's pretty cool. I dig on that. My biggest issue with it, though, are those stupid shorts. When I first started riding, you know, I wouldn't wear those Lycra shorts because, no, just no. Although after one or two rides without them, and then I bought a pair of liner shorts that go inside baggier shorts, oh, it makes a world of difference. But those shorts create an issue in and of themselves. You cannot wear a packer with them because you end up with nasty, nasty chafing. For the most part, I'm alright with it. I'm comfortable most of the time, and, you know, if I'm sitting down trailside talking to somebody, I'll just put my helmet in my lap. Although, I've also noticed that due to man code, nobody's going to be looking at my junk or lack thereof, so that's alright. It has brought to mind one interesting thought process. I've been thinking about shaving my legs again, which sounds ridiculous, and it's something I swore I was probably done with. But when you get all that dirt on you and you start sweating like that, sweat plus dirt equals mud caked in your leg hair, and when you dry off and that stuff starts to peel out of your leg hair, shit hurts. Other than that, the only thing that's been going on in my world is work, and way too much of it. I've had a grand total of 9 weekends off this year since January, and one of those was because I took a river trip with my friends, and I told them, look, I'm just not coming. Also on the work thing, so I moved to a new team, which is cool because there was a lot of drama on my old team, and I really like most of my team members now, so that works really good. In my area that I'm in, it's all male, which brings up some interesting challenges. One of the ones I run into most often is occasionally things will come up that I can't really relate to, like, you know, usually it's related to sports in boyhood or locker rooms or things of that nature that, having been brought up socialized as female, I wouldn't have had any experience with. Another issue with work is that I am starting to get to be good friends with the guys I work with, and it's beginning to make me have mixed feelings about being stealth. You know, the biggest one is, you know, I get invited to go have drinks with everybody after work, and I won't go for a couple reasons. One of which is that, A, I don't drink anywhere near as much as I used to since I started riding, because going to the bar till 2 a.m. isn't conducive to getting up early to go ride before the heat and work. And so, you know, my tolerance is lower, and I worry that I'm going to end up making a fool of myself in front of them, and I don't want to hear about my drunken shenanigans at work. That's just not good. And the really big issue is that I'm worried about, you know, having one too many and getting too relaxed and saying the wrong thing. It pretty much boils down to, I'm worried that I'm going to blow my own cover. I've been stealth for about 2 years now, and I think it's absolutely crazy that I can say that. There are upsides and downsides to it. I really have mixed feelings about it.
Groovy.
Pardon my computer. One thing that I've noticed is that it's really easy to edit my own life story now. Like, you know, when I was younger, I played baseball instead of softball. Or, you know, when retelling stories about my childhood where somebody was saying something about me saying he instead of she and stuff like that. Those are usually stories about my mom and dad. And on the downside of it, I really am kind of uncomfortable with how easy it has become for me to edit my own life story. Convenient, but it's weird. because it's almost like, I almost feel like I'm lying to people, and sometimes it even makes me feel like I'm a little crazy, like I've got split personality disorder, or even pathological liar. It's kind of weird. Another big issue is that it's getting really hard to keep track of who does and doesn't know my life story, like in bars or just, you know, social settings outside of work, because at work nobody knows. But, you know, there are definite upsides to it. I find that it's absolutely crazy that I can pass as well as I do. I never really thought I'd be able to pull it off this well. And I find that since I do pass so well and stealth isn't an issue for me, I'm a lot more comfortable interacting with the world around me. I get out and interact with people way more than I used to. And speaking of interacting, I'm not exactly sure what's changed, but I'm not getting read as a gay guy anymore, which, you know, is fine by me. It makes it a little easier to try and pick up women. Speaking of that, I'm noticing that it's a whole lot harder to approach females for me as a male. The game is totally different. I used to be the more passive, you know, type. I would wait for them to come up to me or wait for them to make eye contact with me, and now as a male that's kind of, you know, my role to do, and it's just not something I've mastered yet, but whatever. It's led to a few interesting blunders that my friends laugh about, but whatever. As far as, you know, general transition stuff, there's actually been a few more changes since my last update. For example, the hair on my thighs is getting to be a lot more uniform. For a long time it was really hairy, like down the insides of my thighs, coming up, or coming down, I guess, technically, from where it meets the pubic hair. It looked really strange, but it's starting to fill out everywhere now, so that's pretty cool. The hair on my chest and my stomach is starting to get kind of ridiculous. And, of course, the one thing I thought I would escape, there's starting to be hair on my ass. Not so stoked about it, but what are you going to do? It comes with the territory. Another big change that I've noticed is when I'm riding or, you know, doing anything physically exerting, I really notice the veins in, like, the back of my hand and all this craziness up in here and this big one back here. It's really cool. I dig it. But strange, but cool. Another big change is my hairline. It's not that you can see it now. Anyway, with the mohawk, it's come back a lot further. It's not, you know, a receding hairline yet, but it's definitely a much more male hairline. And I noticed in my old videos the hair seemed to come forward more than it does now. It's rounding out, which goes into facial hair. It's in a whole lot thicker and fuller than it used to be, but it's still nowhere near as thick as a lot of guys, especially guys my own age. I can't grow a full beard yet. It cuts off right about here, and then patchy up here with a bald patch right here. And I can't grow a goatee because it hasn't met right here. And I can't even grow a mustache. My friends all joke I tried to see what facial hair I could grow, and they nicknamed my mustache the reverse Hitler, because it comes in up to about 2 fingers right here. All of this is bare. It's ridiculous. Yeah, that's about all that I have on that. And, you know, things going on in my world. Like I said, life and writing. That's it. My friends are joking. My friends jokingly call my bike my new wife because, well, it takes up all my time, and I'm not in the bars anymore with them, so whatever. You know, people send me messages to make updates and, you know, wonder how I'm doing, and that's great, and I do miss y'all, and I do wish that I had more to post about. But when I started this channel, it was a channel about my transition and issues relating to transition. It wasn't really designed to be a what's Tyler up to today type thing. So now that I'm farther in, as y'all have noticed, updates are going to be fewer and farther between, and when I remember, you know, I'll stop and make a video to say, hey, what's up? But unless I have something trans related or it's been a really long time, I probably won't have much updating to do. I do still watch a good bit of y'all's videos, and it's crazy to see the guys who were pre-T, you know, when I was, you know, fairly new, and even when I was a year or so on T, and then I click on their videos because I haven't caught up with them in a while, and they're, you know, a year on T now, which just reminds me that I'm coming up on 3 years, which is out of control. Absolutely crazy. But yeah, that's that. I miss y'all. I love y'all. I'm still well. If something new comes up, I'll say hi or whatever. Alright.